welcome to another episode of Journeys in Melody. I am here in Calgary, Alberta, with Chrysolites Jamaica. They traveled far. This one came over from the UK. This one came over from the United States, Massachusetts. And everyone else came over from Jamaica.
Yep.
Specifically for the Canadian Steel and Music Award. And you have a little mini tour planned. Canada Day included. That's a big deal here.
Yeah.
So you've been doing a bunch of stuff, and last night at the awards, surprisingly, shocking to me, two of you guys got the chance.
Presenters.
Got the chance to present. I was shocked. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
So that was decent. That was
It
very
was a
good.
good experience.
Yeah. You guys did very well.
Thank you.
Presentations. Yeah.
Mikhail,
It was good.
you're a natural.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, for real. And you too. Well, you heard O'Neill Watson and you came out.
Yeah, they sent me out, so I was following instructions.
Oh, okay,
So
yeah.
they sent me out.
But that was good. So welcome to Canada. I hope you've been having fun.
We have.
I know it's kind of grueling to be undressing, dressing, eating, driving, this and that. You know what I mean? But it's all a part of it. All a part of it.
Correction is undressing and barely eating.
Yeah.
What caused that really is the weather, because not the weather.
Time
difference. How y'all experience daytime and nighttime up here? Because we were at rehearsal Friday night at church. It's after 9. We're like, no.
No.
Yeah.
It felt like 5 o'clock. Like we had some time. I was like, it's after 9. Wow. And people, that's time now for people to go sleep and get ready for church in the morning. Yeah, and we're like, oh, all right. Let's work with the clock. How is this done? So we learned, of course, that we have to use dark curtains, something like that, to kind of create nightfall.
Yes. Blinds. The blinds, right?
Just that the only way that works is if you are actually where curtains are.
So we're going to kickstart with one of your wonderful songs. And then we can go into introductions and stuff.
So let's have that. Jonah.
All right.
Sail on, Jonah.
Sail
Featuring
on,
Mikhail.
Sail on, Jonah, go down to Nineveh to preach God's message to the people there. Yes, sir, he said, and went down to the ocean, gonna catch a boat going the other way.
Well, I don't feel like going down to Nineveh to preach no message to the people there. I am heading to Tarshish just to take a break, but for now I am sleepy, can hardly stay away.
But God said, Jonah, go down to Nineveh to preach my message to the people there. They've been trying my patience, but I love to save and go preach my message to the people there. A storm, gotta be a storm. 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 From out of nowhere there came a storm, and the captain and the sailors raised their alarm. And Jonah said,
I am running from the Lord, what's the cause of the storm? So throw me overboard.
No. So they lightened the load to keep the boat alive, and they called on their God for mercy to survive. But the storm was heavy and the people despaired. So they took the prophet and threw him out there.
And the sea got calm.
Oh yes,
Praise the Lord.
oh yes. From the bottom of the sea there came a stir, and in a gulp
Jonah was gone.
Sail on, submarine, gonna preach the people here. 3 days down in the belly of a whale, swallowed alive and here to tell a tale. So Noah would have done, telling all the people turn from their wrong.
In 40 days you will be destroyed.
What? My Lord, my Lord. Thank you to the preaching here. Phoenix living in the belly of a whale, just to save our souls from hell. We thank you, God, for your grace and mercy, and for sending Jonah to the people here, sanctified and saved from sin. Hallelujah, been born again.
There's a fire.
It's burning in my heart,
Fire, Lord.
burning in my soul. Been born again, I've been baptized. Thank you for preaching to the people here. Been born again, I've been baptized. Thank you for preaching to the people here.
That was nice. When did this group start? Well, I'm asking.
Yeah.
I'm asking. When did the group start? And what kind of work does it take to get you all here?
The group started in 1988 by Brian Lewis. Brian started the group in 1988 along with Bruce, Cutie, and those other guys. Howard, who would have been at Glenlevon Seventh Adventist Church back in the day. They started this group singing pretty much mostly heritage singers music, and then we segued into tallies and other styles of music.
For those who are watching who don't know, we're talking about a group that started at a Seventh Adventist church in Montego Bay, Jamaica.
Yeah.
What year?
1988.
1988. So we're talking about 30. Over 30 years ago. This group was started in Montego Bay, Jamaica, by a group of young people at the Seventh Adventist Church in Glenlevon. But now we have a membership that's from various churches. So, without further ado, we're going to start with introductions.
Okay.
So people can get to know who are introducing yourself.
Hi, my name is Miguel Lowe. I'm the present director of the group.
Hi, my name is Cheryl Sims, and I'm a member of the Mount Salem SDA Church in Montego Bay, Jamaica.
Hello, my name is Dinesh Hunter, worshiping in England at the Slough SDA Church, but originally I am from the Lottery SDA Church.
Hi, my name is Tajay Hall, otherwise known as TJ. I'm worshiping right now at the Pleasant Street SDA Church in Worcester, Massachusetts.
Hello, I am Ricochet Anderson. I'm from Salt Spring Seventh-day Adventist Church.
Hello, my name is Amal Crossley. I worship at the Glenlevon SDA Church in Montego Bay, Jamaica.
Hi everyone, I'm Jody Ann Green. I worship at the Waltham Seventh-day Adventist Church in Mandeville, Jamaica.
Hello everyone, my name is Mikael Trowers, also called Mr. Remix. I'm from. My membership is at the Glenlevon Seventh-day Adventist Church in Montego Bay. In the future, I'd like to. Never mind.
Hi everyone, I'm Fiona Tomlinson. I attend the South Spring SDA Church in Montego Bay, Jamaica.
Hi everyone, my name is Sashana Lodge and I worship at the Sunderland SDA Church in Montego Bay, Jamaica.
Hello everyone, my name is Siobhan Biggs and I worship at the Glenlevon SDA Church in Montego Bay, Jamaica.
All right, that's my introduction. I want to ask you how everyone else is in the basin, everyone else is in Montego Bay. How do you manage to join the rehearsals and practices?
So I joined Chrysolites Jamaica when Miguel was living in Mandeville,
I
I
see.
had just moved to Mandeville as well. So
Okay.
God just timed everything together.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to sing in a group, and even after Miguel had to relocate, I was determined because I'd never been exposed to the kind of music that he introduced me to. Plus, he opened up my eyes to what was available, what could be possible. He opened up my voice as well, and I didn't really want to go back to the regular.
Yeah.
So, as a matter of just persistence and dedication, even when I'm not there, I promise you I'm there. I thank you guys always for recording the rehearsals and the practices. Trust me, I'm grateful, and I listen to every single one. Don't take it for granted. Even the mistakes, I take note of them and I try not to do them. I try to pay attention to what is forwarded
Yeah.
to me.
Yeah.
So that's how I try to stay grounded in the
Nice.
group.
Nice. So it's pretty much it's a community,
Yeah.
and you guys rehearse and send it up. That's good. That's good. I know it's challenging being a part of choral groups and a past member of this group back in the day, right? It takes a lot of work to get people together to rehearse and to keep people quiet and to plan your movement, to plan your traveling and stuff like that. When you have challenges like for logistics and rehearsals, how do you handle them as director?
Well, I plan ahead. That's one. It's really about planning ahead and being ahead of the curve and just not waiting to last minute to do anything at all.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I want to talk to Dinesh. I got that right?
Yes, Dinesh.
Dinesh. All right. Dinesh.
Yes, sir.
Usually when we migrate, we leave things behind.
Mm-hmm.
Groups, friends, everything else. What made you want to stay connected to this group?
I don't see Chrysolites Jamaica as a group and we sing together. It's more like a family. So that explains it. I'm not going to just leave my family behind. I'm going to take them with me in heart. So while I'm in the UK, even though I'm far away, they would send me audio and I would listen, and I have this yearn. I want to be with them. So when Canada came up, I said, you know what? What's the cost of my flight?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe £1,500. That's a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I started saving because I had to be here.
Yeah.
Right. Dinesh has been very consistent in his support of this ever since he's been part of the group. It was sad seeing him go, but then discovering we were working on the album, and Dinesh was like, boy, songs were being written that he wasn't acquainted with because he recorded most of the songs before he left. After he left, new songs came about and he was here in the rehearsals and saying, boy, I have to sing that, Translation for those who don't know Patois, I have to be a part of that. And he was like, I remember him telling me that, send me those parts, man. And then he sent me back his recorded part. How did he do it? He took his wife's curtains and padded up the bathroom where he lived. Joe? You should tell us that story.
So what I did, of course, I think it's basic rule of
soundproofing.
Soundproofing.
Mm-hmm.
I got a box and I used the curtains around the box and some sponge inside the box and put my phone. So of course iPhone mic quality is really good, and then do a few takes and do it in the night when there are no crickets, and sent it over.
Nice.
It wasn't too bad, right?
No, it was great.
Nice.
It was great. It was perfect. And what the thing about Dinesh, we are on Dinesh now. Has not been his first time flying over for events. He came for the album launch series in Jamaica at his own expense again. I'm grateful for this opportunity to highlight his input and the sacrifice he makes personally.
Yeah. TJ, same question for you. What causes you to remain a part of the group, although you're living in the United States?
I think it's a little bit different for me. Chrysolites for me is not, as Dinesh would have said, it's not just a group. For me specifically, it's a heritage because I was born into this group. I have seen several members throughout the years. As it would have been said, it's been 38 years and I'm 28. So I've literally been born into this group, and throughout the years I have attended all the rehearsals and all the bus trips to different island, various parts of the island. And for me, it's just something that has been ingrained in me. And even when I'm not able to participate in the way I would like to, I hold it dear to me because it's a part of who I am. Chrysolites has helped to shape my identity. And honestly, I'm getting emotional. But being away from this family has impacted me, and I hope you guys don't take it for granted that you're with each other, because there's something to be said about singing in person with each other. You can always get the parts and you can always practice, but the missing element of community and being able to be like, no man, that sound off, all right, this is the note, it's just special. And beyond that, each of you have brought your own personalities and your own value systems and just have made it so full and rich. And so I'm connected because of that. That's what's grounding me in this group.
What causes you to keep going? Like, the membership has changed over the years, and that's natural, for choirs and groups. What keeps you going? And then to the members, what causes you to want to work with this particular director and stay in the group?
What keeps me going is, in my mind, I have an objective as to where I'd like to see the group going. Traveling abroad, touring the world, recording albums, having a particular flavor and sound. I'm willing to surrender leadership, but only to somebody who has that vision. And once we have that team and that infrastructure, I'd like to move on to like management and production and writing more songs and doing stuff like that, and leaving the training of the voice and other things and musicianship to other persons. But we don't have that framework yet in terms of personnel. And therefore, that's what keeps me going, because the vision for greater is ahead. And I'm just occupying that spot while I'm alive and well until someone replaces me.
Okay, understood. I got that. So the members, who has been a part of this group the longest here? Siobhan. Let's start with Siobhan. You're the longest serving member of this current group.
Well, speaking of how long, pardon my voice, I have been in the group since 2008.
Ooh.
That's the year our first album was launched. I came in midway the releasing of the album. And since then, I have never really strongly looked to turn back or to leave the group. You know, there are moments when, the group have evolved over the years, different era of persons, personality, everything. It has been a challenge, but I think that I have stayed grounded because of the director, as well as the difference in music, the difference in sound, as some persons have said, the community, the team. Over the years, even though we have different personality, there is always a team.
Yeah.
We always have a community. We always have a family. Even sometimes some persons may not feel as if it's a family. The bottom line is that we are a family. And as TJ and Dinesh says, they can't leave family behind. And I've never thought of leaving everybody behind, or even leave Miguel behind. There are times he kind of get to me and more, left him alone and just cut him off and the whole thing. But I can't leave him behind, nor leave the group behind. So it has been a really good experience for me, because it has opened a lot of doors. It has opened a lot of experience, provided a lot of experiences. And even this one, some of us would have never thought to even apply to coming to Canada or even try recording an album or recording a song, because most of us have been shy to sing. And as somebody said, Jody said, he opened her voice or give us the opportunity to experience something different than what we're used to. And that is what I like. One other thing is that his style and quality of music has never been diluted. It has never changed. Persons have changed, or voices have changed, but his standard has never changed, and that is what I like.
And is it a high standard?
It is a very high standard.
Just want to make sure.
It is a very high standard, but it's attainable.
Yes, of course.
Okay, so As it relates to Siobhan being the oldest member,
Yeah.
I am the youngest, I would say.
Oh,
And
okay.
I'm coming up onto my 1 year anniversary,
Oh.
early July. Yes, it just dawned on
Nice,
me when she
nice.
was talking. So, being a part of the group, the experience has been amazing. I have a confidence issue in singing, and Miguel has his what should I say, the drive that he has, and again his standard, he pushes you to your, to get the potential. He sees your potential and he tries to pull that out of you. So that's what he has done for me. And he's, I would say, should I say patient? I don't know if I would say patient,
Miguel
but
is patient?
well, that's what I'm saying. I don't know. He has that. He
Wrong
has.
word.
Right. I don't know if that's what I want to say, but yeah, but I feel like the way he is in pushing a person, you just want to do your best, and that's what he has been doing for me. No, the experience traveling, because I've never thought of traveling to Canada, and here I am. Right. So, just the experience, the adventures, traveling to different places, whether it be the different parishes, different churches. I'm normally just a stick to my church kind of person. So I'm just always going to my church. And now being a part of the group, I am everywhere that they are, rehearsing and so on. I don't miss rehearsals because, like I would say to people, this is literally my life now because it has become a part of me. And again, I'm a homebody. So if it's not rehearsal or church or work, I'll be home. So this is just doing a lot for me, and the experience has been amazing so far.
Yeah.
Different people, different personality, but we treat with everyone, based on how they are and so on. So I love it. That's it for me here.
How long is a typical rehearsal?
Short, on the short side, it's hour and a half.
And the long side?
The long side, 3-4 hours.
Okay.
Yeah, top 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
No, 10.
Long.
Long.
We'll say long.
So,
You never go to rehearsals like thinking to yourself, "Oh, we're leaving acts."
Being a part of professional groups before and seeing where you've come, I get the time that has to go into getting the quality sound that you now have, and I'm sure there's room for improvement. All right. So
Well, for me, it's been like what, 8 years?
Ooh,
8? Yeah,
It's 8 years?
2019.
Oh.
Yeah, it's been that long. And I've seen where I've grown a bit. I'm always shy and I'm always quiet and I'm always in my corner. But since recently, I've been coming out a bit. So yeah, thanks to Miguel. He lives in my back, like literally. And he doesn't stop until I actually get it. And they'll make fun of me at rehearsal. Miguel, Siobhan, Cherise. But I'll get it eventually.
Nice.
So yeah, family.
That's
They
nice.
actually stick with you even though.
That's a good show of trust in your leadership. What about you, Mikhail?
Well, for me, I joined Chrysolites Jamaica back in, I think it was 2015. Yeah, 2015, early 2015 thereabout, and around 2019 is when October 2019 is when I would have stepped away. I mean, in my mind, it wasn't even a matter of stepping away for good. I was no longer an active member of Chrysolites Jamaica, but I was always still a part of the Chrysolites family, right? So, and I mean, the same sentiment that has been shared across the room so far, because of it's more than just community, it's family, right? So I would keep in touch with all of the members, and I'm always in touch with Miguel, and we bounce ideas off each other from time to time. And that for me was one of the reasons it was easy when I was approached about, coming back to work on projects with the team and, just moving forward. It was easy for me to make that decision to come back. Mind you, sometimes I think, you have persons, you have a lot on your plate. I need a bigger plate. Right? My plate is full.
It is.
Yeah.
And I think that was actually the main reason I had left in the first place. But in the other two areas, I was director.
I see.
You're right. So it was more difficult for me to
Fair
scrape
enough.
those off the plate.
Yeah, fair enough.
But I mean, here I am, being a member of Chrysolites. It was the first time in my development in music ministry. It was the first time that I felt insufficient. You know? and I mean that in the best way possible, because you sometimes you're so caught up in what you're doing that you don't realize areas in which you can actually improve, especially if you are directing others. The main reason, or the main thing that made it easy for me to make that decision to come back, was one of the things I admire most about Miguel is how in touch he is with the spiritual side of things. Every song that is written, as you will hear when you purchase the album, the story behind it, the way that the words are formed, you know, it is clear, it is evident that there is Jesus in it. And every rehearsal is not just about singing. It's about you're gonna leave with something spiritual just the same. Had that not been the case, I'd have to take a longer time to think about it.
Yeah.
You know, to come back. But yeah, so that's why.
So what caused me to remain in the group is a lot of similar things to Michael. I love this kind of music that is being produced, and I love the messages in the music, the spirituality, likewise. CMA. I love the people, and I love the sound. You know, the sound that we are growing as a group and stuff. Yeah.
I'm sorry, what part do you sing?
The same part he talks.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you for answering that. Right, so the one of the other things that I love, which most people probably generally people don't love trials, but I've come to appreciate the value of trials. And trust me, we have had trials to get here.
Yeah.
We have had trials for the album, you know, so that has
I
made
want to
us
talk about a
stronger.
few of those trials before we wrap up.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes. So,
nice.
So those are the things that make me, you know, and I love singing.
Yeah.
And I believe I should be using my gift to glorify God.
All right, perfect. Ricochet, is that right?
Yes, sir.
All right.
What keeps me going in Chrysolites? First of all, I love music. Before I was even able to understand a sermon, I remember just staying awake as a child in church just to hear singing from the choir. And then after that, I'm out. And that was church for me. So that love for music, gospel music specifically, because no other music really has that effect on me.
Right.
That keeps me going, as well as the level of music and the words. Like every single song that Miguel introduces, it speaks to me in a different level, to be honest. And I feel like he was truly inspired by God, and I was bought into that whole idea. So when it was very easy for him to even, you know, persuade me to be a part of Chrysolites, to be honest, because I bought into the idea and having something original and, you know, being a part of something historic, and it because this is a big deal.
Yeah.
That what we are doing is a big deal. You know, make no mistake about that. Everything that Chrysolites does to me, it keeps me, you know, going as well, because I'm a very shy and reclusive and I will just sit in a corner by myself and I have fun by watching everybody else having fun. Honestly. Everything that it does to me, it takes me out of my comfort zone, and, you know, it exposes me to a higher level of music. I feel myself developing. I was not like this. I'm not where I want to be, but I'm trying my best. Yeah, but I'm definitely not where I was. Yeah. So yeah, I love the growth that Chrysolites allows me.
So Ricky mentioned the group in its historical context, that the historicity of the group being a legacy group, so to speak, would have appealed to him. And as he mentioned that, I have to mention and hail up Brian, who lives in Manitoba. But Brian heard that Brian is the group's founder. Let me just reiterate again.
Yeah.
and you can flash his picture here. But Brian left Manitoba and came over to Calgary to be with us because he says this is too big to miss.
Yes.
He has, in fact, from the very get-go, from he heard about it, he said, all right, again, I'm going to be there.
Yeah.
But Brian has been a supporter of the group in and out, both materially supplying our gaps and our needs, and being present and asking, why don't you ask so and so? Brian stays far and say, why have you approached this person to be a member? And say, yes, man, I have approached them. Being the former director, he continues to direct.
Yeah.
And he's like that. Brian doesn't leave his baby at all.
Yeah.
So I'm just glad that that connection was made and the legacy was respected in that way, as Ricky just mentioned.
Yeah, I was speaking to Brian at lunch on this past Sabbath.
Yeah.
And he was saying if he had money, he would do an entire country tour.
Yeah.
Right? So he is still that interested in seeing the group grow.
Yeah.
Finally, Cheryl.
Right. So what keeps me grounded? All right. So first of all, let's go back down memory lane.
Okay.
I've been singing since 3. So congregation, audience, nothing new to me. Things happened. I left the church back in 2013, came back to the church in latter part of 2017 into 2018.
Pause there. What triggered you to leave and what happened to cause you to come back?
Excellent question.
Yes.
All right. So I got pregnant back in 2013, 2012, 2013.
For those who don't know what that is.
My dad died in 2016.
Oh.
I decided I wanted to have a mini praise and worship before the funeral, at the beginning of the funeral. And man, inviting Chrysolites Jamaica was definitely not a mistake. That was the main trigger of me coming back to church.
Oh, wow.
And I thank God.
Yeah.
Yes. When the group sang Majesty and Glory, man, pardon me.
No, take your time.
When I came in the group, I could not sing that song for quite a while because it reminded me of that. But what triggered me to come in the group was that spiritual connection that I had right there and then. I said, Cheryl, what the hell are you doing? Why make you still out of church? As a matter of fact, Miguel has been bothering me since 2008 because I've been on the original album, the first album. I recorded on the first album as a guest.
Yeah. Vocalist there.
Right.
Yeah.
So I said, you know what? I'm gonna call up Miguel, I said, Miguel, I'm ready. I'm ready. I am coming. So I got baptized in the latter part of 2017 and I decided that I'm coming running with Chrysolites, and I have no regrets since. What really truly keeps me grounded, this man, he's a perfectionist, he's an encourager, and even though, yes, he's miserable whole heap of times, I feel like would knock him out sometimes. But I love his style of leadership, and it pushes you to want more. That's what I can appreciate most. I'm not going away. I'm here.
Yeah.
I'll be here.
Yeah. So since you've joined in 2017, you've just continued.
I've joined in 2018.
2018.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Okay. All right. So Miguel, what is that thing inside you that says, don't give up?
Well, I have had many devilish temptations to give up. It's just something that I sleep off. So, yeah, I'll be very frustrated today. Yes. And say, hey, don't I'll leave the chat room.
Yeah.
And I just leave. You just every chat room says Miguel left, and just go home and sleep. By the next time I call somebody, they say, "Add me back." Add me the exec. I message the exec. Add me back.
First of all, whenever he leaves, the group is like,
I think it sends such a strong message when I leave. I don't do it often, but it sends a strong message like, hey,
Yes.
hey, hey, hey.
And if I may add too, sorry, that when he does come back, know that an epistle will come.
Yes.
And you have to read through that because he will air what is going on within.
Yes.
And we move past that. So we're lucky. Once he leaves, we're expecting, that calm before the storm kind of something. And the storm goes, here it is.
Just to pipe in a little bit, that Siobhan is his right hand, and whenever he does that, Siobhan is like, guys.
Yes.
Siobhan is like, we have to fix things.
Yes.
But I mean, come on. Would you not expect a decent explanation?
Right.
From if you should look up and realize the driver of the vehicle is not in there.
Like a crash,
you're in the vehicle, you're in the back seat, but you're not paying attention. All of a sudden you look up and there's no driver. When he comes back, you're expecting an explanation.
But not 2,000 words.
Yeah. It says a lot about what's happening inside.
Yeah, yes.
Right?
Yes.
So,
yeah,
so
I don't want
it's
to
best.
burst.
It's best
I don't want to burst.
Exactly.
So I let it out.
It's best to get it out.
Yeah.
Best to get it out. So you have transitioned from heritage and tallies, and you have kind of fixated on your own music, which is fantastic.
Right.
Walk us through the songwriting process.
All right.
And then, is there something that kind of is there a fear of putting your music out?
No. So let me just start with how the creative process or the style, the morphing of the style came about. So one fine day, I decided to apply finally, after your encouragement and my mom and everybody else, to go to NCU, Northern Caribbean University.
Right, that's in Jamaica.
And I'd been acquainted with the works of Dr. Marshall, Andrew Marshall before, but then going there and becoming a part of the NCU Chamber Chorale, that was just so transformative.
Yeah.
Because Dr. Marshall is this. The members here think that I'm a perfectionist, and
he's a perfectionist.
He's a perfectionist.
Certainly.
He is the competent guy.
Yeah.
He is the one who sets the standard. He has no limitations at all. And
Yeah.
he just does it. Dr. Marshall is that phenomenal person. So being with him for that, when I went to NCU, he had just 8 months left, unknown to us that time, but it was just 8. For me, it was 8 months of intense exposure where chamber choir was rehearsing like twice per week, 3 hours per session, starting on time, exactly on time, representing the college everywhere for every big event, education day, everything, going overseas, although I was not a part of that, being a newcomer.
Yeah.
But it was fine, just being exposed there. So coming out of that now, I recognize that there was no need to be a slave to what was already recorded. You're going to sing total praise. You don't need to do it back as it is. And that this is the thing Dr. Marshall does. He takes nothing and almost nothing and reproduces it verbatim. He has his own spin to it. And he said, but is it the same song? Yeah, it's the same song. And he does that. So that kind of triggered an ambition in my mind to gravitate to original music. Now, I didn't set out deliberately to start writing music. What happened was minding my own business, and then God starts sending songs. And God starts sending songs like Let My People Go, and we're doing the album. In fact, the album would have featured a number of songs that we are acquainted with. Alabaster Box, and so many other songs that we said, well, the group was good at. So we wanted to have these as our identity going during a recording. Lo and behold, as we could be approaching the album, so many things happened. The album would have been set back by about 3 or so years because our original studio had become defunct, and now we had to become inventive and record at a room that we used to rehearse at Glendevon Church. That's where we actually recorded the album.
Okay.
Thank you, Glendevon Church, for allowing us to record. And we had to, while recording, we realized that God was just showering original songs. Songs were just appearing out of nowhere. I was even at work one day and got a song while I was asleep. Oh, I'm a firefighter, that's allowed. So yeah. But there was this shower of songs, and then they came, and when they were coming, you know, the process of writing a song now, you get an idea. The last song written was Sailor on Jonah. You have to now go to the Bible. All right, what does Jonah? What's the storyline here? What's the sequence? What are the who are the characters, and how do you put them into music? Because it has to be a sermon now. So every song has to go through that process in order for it to become something.
Yeah, yeah. And then you're also producing.
Yes. So, when the song comes to me, it comes in full orchestration. Yeah.
Lovely, yeah.
It comes in 3D, call it that. So auditory 3D. So I hear all the parts, I hear the lead voices, I can tell whose voice is supposed to go there. And how many parts is supposed to have, whether it's a 5 voice or 6 voice or whatever, 3 lead parts. You know, a song like Let My People Go is a character-driven song. So you need a Moses, you need an Aaron, you need a Miriam, and you need a voice of God. And Daniel was our voice of God on the recording.
Yeah.
He's not here with us now, but you know, you need. Typically, we human beings think of God's voice sounding like thunder, so we use a bass voice to do it. So that's, you put those kind of things together, and we had all the elements there vocally to make it happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My pastor, my current pastor, he would always say, permit me to say this, that the future of the group in terms of growing and expanding is beyond the shores of Jamaica.
Well, true.
You follow?
Yeah.
So you have to prepare yourselves to be traveling more and also to generate income.
Right.
So perhaps members, maybe not all the members, but members may be able to do this full time.
Right.
And not work 9 to 5, but you're recording, you're producing, and you're generating income. That's a big part of it.
Right.
Because I know the sacrifice to the rehearsals and having to work, and those who have children and other groups and stuff, it's taxing, it can be taxing. And that's why Mikhail also stepped away at one point, right? So that part of it, you have to think about it. This is the beginning of a lot of things. You were at the awards and on the spot, someone invited you to come perform. When you get to Edmonton, somebody might approach you again.
Yes.
Because a lot of people, they're looking for something worthwhile
to
invest in. Be open to these types of invitations going into the future, because there is only going up from here. So bear that in mind as you
I'm glad you mentioned that. I want to point out that coming here, the members would have exhausted their own resources to the bone just to be here.
Yeah.
And thanks to those who sponsored and made contributions to enable us to be here. But that same vision is exactly why we are here. We recognize that in order to springboard into that sphere where you become a professional recording, touring artist, you need to be in a certain circle where it happens and be in touch to make those essential links. And I'm glad that we were able to come here to do it. And as you pointed out, I mean, even since doing the musical yesterday at Bridgeland Church, there is, you know, our link, Pascal is already thinking, I need to get you back up here next year to do a series.
Right.
And this is, as you said, the beginning of things, because while there are persons who are in Jamaica who love and support our music, what you call it now, the economic framework doesn't allow us to say, all right, let's go into a hall and rent a hall, pay for it, and charge persons to come in and cause it to be profitable, because the musical culture that we have in Jamaica doesn't allow for that. So in order for us to embark on a career in music ministry, it has to involve access to the world.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so before we jump ahead, I just love you to sing the other song, and we continue talking after that. So we're going to hear another song from the group before we continue. This is You Are Royalty.
Created in His image, for a trophy of God's grace. His priesthood is your heritage. In Him you have a place. Angels around you to make your pathway safe. Your Father has set you free, and He waits for your embrace. You are royalty, favored and honored, your nobility, protected and treasured, your revenge to be. Rules in the kingdom, and no one shows it better that you are royalty, regal, resplendent, clothed with dignity. You are one of a kind, your princesses, and your princes for your heavenly fathers, the King of Kings for you royalty. Don't be deceived by the exile. It's a hostage situation. Child, precious, precious of salvation. You are royalty. Princesses and princes, for your heavenly fathers, the King of Kings, who live above just like
Amazing.
So this very specific, particular delivery of this song is the first time Ricky and Taji are singing it together.
Oh,
yeah, it's the first time they are ever seeing each other singing this song. Well, in fact, they have never performed this song before.
That's incredible, actually.
Yeah, because Ricky would have been back in Jamaica,
Yeah.
at Glendevon Church recording his part, and Taji self-produced she was in Tennessee at one point, or Pennsylvania. No, she was like between 3 states doing the thing. She was, when I tracked her down, she did one part and she was in Massachusetts. Then when I called her back, she said, I took my stuff and I'm in Tennessee, one of those places, some big name in the States.
Right.
And then she was in another place recording, producing herself with her part. So they are singing this for the first time together.
Wow, that's amazing. That's really good. I was just thinking, if the weather was good and we were in Banff right now. We'd have a huge crowd gathering.
Oh, wow.
We'd have a huge crowd gathering. But yeah, another time. So let's talk about the mental frame of mind, the preparation coming into this mini tour, and how the members are feeling now that is happening, and talk about the plans, what we can look forward to going into the future.
I feel so grateful and so blessed. And admittedly, in the beginning, I didn't get the vision that Miguel had. Especially with all the delays. I mean, there were so many setbacks. There were so many naysayers, and they were loud.
Oh, really?
They were loud. And to make it worse, by this time, I'm in Mandeville by myself.
Right.
And trust me, I don't have the community around me physically. So I'm by myself, and people are literally asking, why, Jody? Why? And I didn't really have an answer. I just knew that I wanted to sing and I didn't want to stop. So when we were nominated for this award, I thought, not missing me. Nope. If it mean I have to take out loan, I am doing it, because the experience of having gone through everything, the naysayers, the non-believers, the doubters, the physical setbacks, the internal shenanigans going on. I mean, almost every week I went to church, certain persons were asking me why. And they were loud and repetitive and discouraging. I had to be here, and I'm so grateful for it.
Amen.
So grateful
Yeah.
for it.
Wow. Okay. I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for sharing that. Okay.
Well, for me, maybe because I had the discussion with Miguel, when he approached me, we had that discussion in person, and he shared with me the vision. And the truth is, Miguel and I have similar visions, or we share a vision rather, especially as it relates to mission and ministry in music.
Yeah.
So when he shared with me what the intention was for the group to come to Canada, I mean, it was easy for me to get on board. I mean, who doesn't want to travel? That's the first part of it,
Yeah.
Who doesn't want to travel? And I mean, by then I had already got my US visa, but I didn't have a Canadian visa. I knew nothing about even the process of getting the Canadian visa, because I never really even had any interest to come to Canada. To be honest with you, I got into the US. And for me, that was the biggest thing, because I tried many years before and it never worked out, and I had just left it alone. And then I tried again, maybe like 10 years later,
Yeah.
got it, and I felt so accomplished. I was like, yeah, man. So now I can visit the US and minister there whenever I want. But there was something bigger than that I was not seeing. Miguel shared the vision. So I hopped on board. But that, even with that level of positivity, there was still a whole bunch of challenges. You can try to be as positive as you want,
Yeah.
but because you're doing something for God, because the vision now is to take the ministry, to take the word outside of the confines of home, to take it to the world where it needs to be heard. The devil doesn't like that, right? So that gives him reason to fight it, right? And if you're not grounded, it will be easy for you to give up, and especially when you are now surrounded by persons who, one, don't have the same vision that you have, and two, they don't, it's not even that they don't just have the vision, but they don't even believe it's possible.
Yeah.
And it's not just because they've never seen it happen before, but maybe just the group itself or the ministry itself. I don't know if it's a case where they've gotten so used to seeing the ministry in this place.
Yeah, localized. Yeah.
You know, localized. But I'm so thankful for the fact that well, Miguel never gave up on the vision. That's one, and God has been with us the entire way, and thanks to Miguel allowing God to lead him in his leadership, in his directorship as well.
Yeah.
I mean, here we are.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, I'm really truly grateful for that. And one of the eye openers for me as well was when I got here, when we got to church yesterday, there were so many persons who already knew of us, you know. So, and again, that goes right back to the importance of social networking.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
because without that, I mean, we would have been complete strangers coming here, but at least there was some knowledge of us. Some faces were familiar ahead of time, so
Right.
it made it easy to transition into.
Yeah.
All right, just to add, one of the most asked questions, even from persons close to me, even right before coming up, are you benefiting financially from the process? Because they know that we are spending so much.
Yes.
You understand? So I tell people that it actually isn't a lot of money. The only reason it is because it's not a sponsored trip and that we don't readily have that
Yes,
money. You
yes.
understand? But the most frequently asked question, even from family members, are you getting monetary compensation
Yeah.
from the trip? Will you be benefiting from you doing all of these things? So you had a lot of people did not believe that one, it was going to be possible, or it made sense, or you will be getting an award because there are so many groups, so many artists, so many persons.
Right.
What's the sense going if you're not going to get an award?
Mhm.
You know, so a lot of persons had that doubt. And like Jody, if I listened to all of that, I wouldn't have made the effort.
Yeah.
I know a lot of us would not have made the effort to come. But I am telling you, it is a great sacrifice. And like Jody and Mikkel, I am grateful that we got the opportunity, whether we came for an award or not. And I'm happy that Miguel did not see the vision as just coming for an award.
Yeah.
You understand? Because he ensured that we understood that that's not his vision, that's not his aim,
Yeah.
right? So yes, the doors open through the awards, but there are other things that we are
Absolutely.
coming
Yeah.
here to do. So we have to be like firm in what we believe. We have to be firm in the vision that we are given by the director. And I'm telling you, it is very hard to stand firm when you have family members, when you have co-work. You have co-workers because we have to take time from work to come. So I now have to show my benefit of leaving work. You understand me? Because I told my boss that I am coming to, for an award ceremony and, doing some singing and all that. The good thing about my work, we're very flexible and my boss is very understanding and she supports my ministry because she follows the ministry. I made sure to do that over the time, not since the award, but she's in the music sphere too. So I will share music with her when we release the album and all of that. So she bought into my sharing and the ideas that we have. But I'm telling you, work, family, friends, church, it's a hard thing to stand in the space and having people doubting your ministry.
Yeah.
That's the thing. You have persons who will doubt the ministry, but if you are strong in what you believe, it will happen, and we are here.
I just want to say for those who will watch this, and for us, is that to really deal with it is not just simply to say, all right, yeah, people go chat, then chat, and it's more than that. It's that too, but we need to embrace trials, which is something the Lord is showing in my experience in the past few months.
Yeah.
That as people, we need to embrace trials. The Bible says that through much tribulation, we enter into the kingdom of God.
Right.
Not through some little hiccups and some stuff. No, through much tribulation.
Yeah.
So I just want to encourage us and those who may watch.
Yeah.
Embrace trials.
Yeah.
That's what makes us stronger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are going to find that as you grow, the support will come from strangers.
Start early.
As you grow. My wife and I we are trying different ventures, and that's another thing. Whatever God puts on your heart to do, don't ask permission. Try it. That's why I gave you the idea.
Right.
So as we try these ideas, we find the same thing. Right? The people who we know and are closest to. But strangers are like, wow. This is amazing. So as you grow as a group, and individually as well, you're going to see it, and you're going to understand, that growth is just, that's how it is. I want to bring to mind Ezekiel, Moses, and Job. Job was going through something, and everyone was focused on what Job had. And his friends came when the thing started going, and they were all kinds of unfriendly. And then Ezekiel, God was saying, tell the people this. And the people would treat him like trash. They would treat him like he was nobody. And they would chase him away, and he was locked up. The priests, the church leaders, locked up Ezekiel, didn't give him any food for days because he was telling them what God said. And you look at these examples of it, and it brings back to mind as well. I was watching Steve Harvey, and he was discussing similar things. And he said, some people have a pint-sized mind. You have a gallon mind. You can't expect somebody with just a pint to fill up your gallon. So you have to approach biblically and practically as well, recognizing that not everybody will understand the vision and come with you. And what we've learned as we're doing our thing as well, is you have to travel light, and you will have to shed some of the church folks, some of the relatives, some of the friends, to achieve what God has given you to achieve. That's reality. So it's going to be hard for some, especially if you're close with family, you're close with friends. Growth will require you shedding some of that weight. And you're going to learn that as you go along, right? So finally, as we come down to it, there's somebody else?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Just as it relates to, family and friends and so on, I'm thinking one of the most discouraging things to experience are the same thing, people that you're close to, who, their perception of what this whole thing about, the awards, because we've heard, yes, the naysayers, the award is about a competition and itself, and it's for a show and all of that. So the perception that some persons may have about us coming here, and you have this expectation that these people, my friends, those people I love, would support, and when you don't see that support coming from them and you're trying so hard, it's really discouraging and it's disheartening. Because if I should really think back, I know we're talking about the whole awards and stuff, but thinking all the way back to the launch of the album and the persons that you'd expect to show up and be there, and I, for me personally, I never had that much of a support, so even sharing the link and the different things, you hear a lot of nothing, it's like just crickets. So from then on, it has been like that thing etched inside me, like, oh, is this does this really make sense? But you have to kind of push that negative voice that's there, and push through. So the different challenges, everyone has their challenge, their different challenges, but for me, it was really disappointing not having the kind of support that I was hoping to receive. Anyhow, we pushed through, and here we are. But one of the things that really encouraged me on the launch, the second one, I believe it was at Mount Salem SDA Church. Was that the second one? One person, she, we worked together in the same department, and she came there. I counted 2 or 3 people that I know personally that came to support me. And she said to me, just looking at you guys and listening to you, I see you guys in like an evening of elegance, because that's how you look and that's how you sound. That was before we even got the nomination and so on. And I'm like, I feel so humbled, and I appreciate that from you, because you see us going places. And so she was one of the persons who definitely supported me even up to this point, coming here, because she already saw that for us. And when there are people who can actually believe, even if there's one out of the million, it is something that we are grateful for. And I'm truly grateful for the 1, 2, 3 supporters that I may have. And I just want to encourage all of us here that even though the noise in the market is loud, let's try to drown it out, because at the end of the day, God has a purpose for all of us. And if we are doing things to honor and to glorify God, He will see us through. Because again, we've had our challenges, and here we are. We overcame them. And even when we got here, we still had our challenges, but we pushed through. To God be the glory.
Yeah.
The point I made earlier as well was, despite the positivity, it still didn't make you immune to the challenges.
Right.
And when I think about that, I think about someone like Joseph, right? For example, Joseph knew that there was a calling on him and God was speaking to him, but his brothers,
The whole family.
never believed him. Right? Yeah, I'm talking about Dream On now, guys. Right? Right? So his own family never believed in the vision that he had. But he never doubted it. Right? There was no doubt in his mind. He remained positive. And at the end of the day, God still accomplished through him what he was supposed to accomplish. And it was through him that his own family, who never believed him, was saved. You understand? So I just want to bring that home then, to say that you can, and I said it before, you can be positive, right? And in the midst of your positivity, you'll still face challenges. Don't let that, however, dim your light. You understand? Because you might think that because I'm being positive, it is supposed to happen or happen right away. And because you're not seeing that happening, you might just start to, doubt. But keep it positive. Keep pushing. Keep believing in what God is calling you to do, and stay on it.
I mean, it was Derville himself here who, when the album was being produced and he suggested, why not have the album nominated in the CSMA process? I'm on leave. We have 2 months. We could do this, but we have to put the hours in, like work overtime, and everybody was just onto it. Like not expecting a nomination. But why should you? Because no, you don't expect a nomination. You're not expecting. We're doing the work, as you said. God is leading, but you doubt yourself somewhat. And therefore, I could speak to it in that sense, to say that was our experience, because never expecting a nomination, but you're just doing it because that's the only way you're going to have a chance. Meeting that deadline. We launched, the deadline was September 30. We launched September 27. It was 3 days before when we pushed through the gate and said, hey, we're ready now. And it was when December 5 came, and we had sent up nominations for about 6 categories. And they sent back in December to say, oh, you have been selected for 1 category. I said, wow, because that's all you need. One category. And that's what we wanted to do, just to come, make connections, meet people, be present, when they sent again, and they sent and said, we'd like to, what are the visa statuses? We would like to involve members of your group in presentations. I said, oh, sure. Before any of them got a visa, I nominated both Dinesh and Mikel. I said, you guys are doing presentations. So every time CSMA sent me something as an update for them acting as presenter, I forwarded it to them. I said, guys, handle this. Visa's not in place yet. But we have to just step out in faith, because it's going to happen. And look at these guys. They outdid themselves last night. Outdid themselves.
Let's wrap up with what should we look forward to from the group going forward.
Okay, well, what to look forward to from the group has to be expressed in terms of a reconciliation between my own vision and where God leads, right? Because I hardly see the future. While I can see some things taking shape, for instance, the connections we've been making here so far, we expect, therefore, to continue to make that impression that will light the flame of expanding our ministry in territories beyond what we can imagine.
I want to congratulate the group for going through all those different challenges, overcoming them, and allowing God to use you here so far. And the future to me is bright if you continue on the same path of faith and trusting in God. And it is a privilege. This is my first in-person live podcast recording. So looking forward to more. Where can we find the group's music online?
YouTube, Spotify, Amazon, basically those for now.
YouTube, Spotify, and Amazon. Subscribe to Chrysolites Jamaica.
Deezer also.
And Deezer as
Deezer,
well.
yes.
And follow them on social media. You also have an Instagram
Yes, we do.
account.
That's correct.
So you can find them online, on Facebook as well. And
TikTok.
You have a
Yes.
TikTok?
Instagram, Facebook,
Yeah.
TikTok, Twitter, and we have a website.
You have Twitter as well?
Yes.
Okay, all right. So you can go online, look for Chrysolites Jamaica, and subscribe and follow their journey. They are embarking on a new era of music, and this is their mini Canada tour. So away with the final song.
Yeah, and before we do the final song, I just want to offer a plug for my friend Latoya, who sponsored these beautiful shirts that we're wearing for the first time.
Yes.
Omniprints in Trelawney. Thank you, Latoya. These
Lovely
shirts
shirts.
are wonderful. Thank you so much.
All right.
Them gonna Canada.
Yeah, good stuff.
I spent my days, pouring my life without measure into a little treasure box. I thought I found until the day when Jesus came to me and healed my soul with the wonder of His touch. So now I'm giving back to Him all the praise He's worthy of. I've been forgiven, and that's why I love Him so much. And I've come to pour like oil from Mary's alabaster box. Don't be angry if I wash His feet with my tears, and I dry them with my hair.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you guys so much. I wasn't expecting this full, kind of open, vulnerable conversation, but it was fantastic.
You are one of a kind. Your princesses and your princes for your heavenly fathers, the King of Kings for you are royalty. Don't be deceived by the exile. It's a hostile